Hello, 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 and welcome back to the WorkHARDAholic Show. This is Shirley Crawford, your host, the original WorkHARDAholic, and today. Welcome to the WorkHARDAholic Show with your host, the original WorkHARDAholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. Okay. I am on, a crusade to really help small business owners be as successful as those larger corporations. And I don't even think it's that lofty a goal. I just believe that entrepreneurs, small business owners, side hustlers need some guidance, a little bit of focus and some direction, some tools and resources. Of course, money answers all things, right? And at the end of the day, it helps to have the money. But let's see what we can do to help you get there so that you can have the brand, the imaging, the perception amongst your community that you are a solid business entity that they want to do business with, right? Because that's what makes it and breaks it. It's not the Super Bowl commercial. It's not. And most of them are kind of average. So I always look forward to the, Monday after going to YouTube and watching all of the Super Bowl ads, and they weren't that spectacular this year. There were a couple that I thought were funny, like the Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez one. I thought that was funny. I was like, honey, we talked about that. Okay, anyway. And so that was a lot of money to spend to get what? Really? And so there are ways for you to stand out in your community, to your customer, at large that don't have to cost you $1 million or more like a Super Bowl ad. All right, so let's talk about a few of those. And so that's really what I want to focus today. I know last week we talked about we talked about 4 tips to help you stand out above the noise of the fact that there are so many other people in your industry. And now I want to talk about some things that you can be doing that are maybe not as obvious, but are really important. So before I was a business major, I was actually a psychology major. So that's a lot of the reason why I talk about, this is what that stat said, and this is what that was, because there is a psychology to business, right? And so people don't just buy. There are rules about how we operate. There's a reason why when you're looking at a price, they always say blank 99. Do you know there's a psychology? And it drives me crazy that it's true, but it drives me crazy that people won't just say that it's $100. It'll always be 99. Or now the new numbers it'll be 97. Drives me bad. It's $100. But according to psychology and the studies of people and their mentalities, those few pennies, people either are not averaging up, but it makes them feel like they're spending more money. And I mean more than just the 3 cents or the 1 cent. There's a psychology to it. So another part of a psychological study about business and marketing says that you have to share a message 8 times, the same message. So if you're having a sale, an event, you have this sweater or you have this, markers or whatever for sale, you have to say it 8 times, about the same message 8 times. And if you're like I am, that means 8 different ways, because otherwise it's annoying. So if you just say, hey, I have a book for sale. Hey, I have a book for sale. Hey, I have a book for sale. Hey, I just got to 4 and I'm already annoyed. So you have to think creatively about how are the ways that you can share that same message 8 different ways. And you can do it across different platforms, right? But that same message, like I have a book for sale. Speaking of which, I will soon have a book for sale. Yay me. But not sharing that quite yet, but it's coming. And so how can you creatively share that message across platforms, right? So I'm going to go through several ways throughout the show that you can get your message out there, get it in front of people, and in ways that they won't be bothered, they won't be annoyed, it won't be like a gnat in the room that they're trying to kill. It will allow you even to subconsciously place yourself in front of them. So I would share with you one of my tips that I normally do, and I haven't been doing recently, so I'm going to have to do better. Whenever I am on video, if I am in a video for whatever reason, I'm taking a photo, I normally always have something in the shot, right? So I really don't have anything with me either. So I might right now, what I'm about to do very soon, I'm putting my logo on the back of my iPad because I always have it with me. Or I've done for other companies where I have my mug and it has the logo. So if I'm like, some people I might have it on my shirt, might have it close by, but in general, I normally have something in the shot. And so then even if it's not totally like blatant, people still see it. So subconsciously, they're seeing WorkHARDAholics, or they're seeing Second Chance Consulting, or they're seeing the Women's Business Center, right? And so that's one thing that you can do. Be aware, like you should never. So like right now, I'm committing all kinds of crimes against marketing and branding because I'm sitting here and I don't have anything. I'm really looking around. I really don't have anything that has my logo on it. So don't you break that rule. That's your number one. For every video, for every photo, and it doesn't have to be you pointing at it like, this is mine. No, you can literally just have the coffee mug that has your logo in the shot with you, or maybe you're about to take a sip, something that you'd normally be doing. Or like I said, you all going to see it. My logo will be on the back of this iPad. I actually have it designed. I just need to print it out and put it on here because that's one way that you constantly see it. Okay, we have some other tools that you're going to be able to apply, and they're going to be simple, relatively simple, for you to be able to make sure that your brand, your image, and your messaging stands out above others and stays in people's minds. Okay, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Listen, attorney Alex Taylor is a soldier in a suit, defending anyone with criminal charges, DUIs, and more. Call Alex Taylor, your soldier in a suit, at 804-500-5000.
I'm Alex Taylor. Don't face your criminal charges alone. Put a former prosecutor with 30 years of experience on your side. Let me show you how a soldier fights for your freedom.
Call 804-500-5000 or go to alextaylorlaw.com.
Life can be a struggle. Find hope, healing, and answers at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place to encounter God through uplifting worship, singing, prayer, the preach word, and fellowship. One step can change your life. One step could shift your destiny. There has never been a better time to take that step than now. Come be our guest every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Abundant Life Church of Christ, a place where you belong.
Welcome back. Okay, so we've been talking about ways that your business can stand out, your branding can be seen without you having to spend the $1 million that other people spend for Super Bowl ads. But before we do that, there's something else I want to talk to you about. There are 2 programs that we're doing right now, and I really want to make sure that you all are taking advantage. So the first, at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn, we are offering the WBC RVA Toolkit. So this is so that whatever situation, we have the business saw, the business hammer, the business nail, whatever the tool that you need for where you are in business is being provided. And the reason that I really want to stress this is because it's my baby. It's a special project. I'm actually very proud of it. And so what's happening is that for just $25 a month, which is ridiculous, because if you want to get me one-on-one, my rates right now, I think are $3.25 an hour. I believe that's where I am. And still, based on my experience, I am still the low end of where I should be based on my experience. But so that's just an hour of time with me compared to the fact that now for $25 a month, you can come into the center and you can co-work every Thursday. So you can co-work every Thursday. And for those who don't know what co-working is, that means that you are operating your business alongside someone else who is not a part of your company. And so you can come in, find a space, grab a bottle of water, use the internet, and hopefully also connect with other individuals and potentially create some amazing, wonderful project. Okay? So you can co-work every Thursday. Every second Thursday, we host a seminar. So for the month of February, we held developing your business pitch or your elevator pitch. And then on the fourth Thursday of the month, we have a group coaching. So for those who participated in the elevator pitch workshop seminar, then they'll be able to come back on the fourth Thursday, share the pitch that they created, get feedback, all those wonderful things. And so did I mention once again, $25 a month. If you're just coming into co-work for the day, it's $15. So already you're getting your money over and over and over again. And I keep stressing it because I want to find as many ways possible to reach as many people possible without having to be the one person doing it. So I'm not the only consultant working on the toolkit. It's been exceptional so far, and we're inviting you to come join us. You can visit our website, wbcrva.com. Is it .org or .com? .com. There you go. And look for the toolkit and sign up there, or you can call the office, 804-921-3844, and Miss Martha will help you out. The second thing that I want to share with you all is that we have opened up a few more spaces for the Diva Mastermind Retreat. Now, in all of my plus 25 years of consulting and doing this work and supporting you all in this way, this is by far the best thing I've ever done. I'm so proud of this retreat. I'm proud of the outcome. I'm amazed by all that transpired. Last year was our first one. And then we're getting ready for it October 7th through 11th. It'll be in Outer Banks, North Carolina. You can go to shirleycrawford.com, click the first button there, and it'll take you to the retreat. And so, as I said, we opened up a few more spaces because we did a small business Saturday special and technically sold out. And so went ahead and finagled some things so that I think we have like 3 more rooms available. And so it's an amazing event, amazing opportunity, amazing connection. It's the Diva Mastermind Retreat. So that means at some point during the retreat, we focus on each individual and whatever issue, concern, goal, mission that they have. And we really listen intently. And then as a group, we kind of group coach, which is what happens in a mastermind in case you've never participated. In addition to that, there are seminars each day. There are amazing views, and you can get to the water and relax, and as they say, relax, release. You can do all of these things, and there are sessions each day. There are various seminars, and then breakfast and lunch are also included, and it's an amazing opportunity because it's just for ladies, though. In case you didn't know, divas, we're just talking to the ladies. But it's a wonderful camaraderie, a wonderful experience, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you to step back and take care of you so that you can come out and be the boss, be the baller, be the, I'm not going to say the other B word, to really have an impact in your community. So please feel free to go check it out, shirleycrawford.com. Go to the first block there, click that. It'll take you over to the retreat. And like I said, I think we have 3 rooms that are available now that we've added on. So hope to see you there. Really wanted to share that because I feel very comfortable sharing about that because it's amazing. And I want you to have that amazing experience to live a more amazing life. Okay. So on that note, we're going to continue talking about ways to help your business stand out right after this commercial break. See you in a moment. Are you only identified as mommy, as the employee, as the worker bee? You know what? It's time for you to be identified as you. There is more to you than your function for others. Come discover it at the Diva Mastermind Retreat. That stands for doing it very authoritatively. It's time for you to find your voice, find your place, and make your mark. Join us October 7th through 11th this year in 2024 in Outer Banks, North Carolina, where we'll help you with mastermind moments. We'll help you with seminars, sessions, and the camaraderie of other boss ladies just like you. Don't forget to join us for the fun. Visit Diva Mastermind at groovepages.com to get your ticket today. Only 3 spots left. We'll see you then.
During these challenging times, Richmond Dentistry for Children wants to remind you that we've been here for you and your children for over 25 years. Your child's body is their temple, and their teeth are the doorway to good health. We provide compassionate pediatric dental care Monday through Friday. Call 804-780-2888 for your appointment, or come to our office at 300 West Broad Street. RichmondDentistryForChildren.com, serving Central Virginia. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Wouldn't it be convenient and safe to communicate with your dentist, pediatrician, medical doctor, or mental health professional anywhere you are without actually traveling to our medical centers?
Well, you can with a televisit at your local Capital Area Health Network. Call us at 780-0840 or go to cahealthnet.org. Find out how a televisit may be your best option. We are the Capital Area Health Network, the heart of the community.
In honor of the Women's Business Center RVA 5-year anniversary, the countdown is on. Ladies, it's time for the WBC RVA Toolkit. You don't want to miss it. It means every Thursday you co-work not for free, but it's included. So that's co-working every Thursday. Each month there's one seminar and one group coaching. So all day Thursday you can come hang out here at the Women's Business Center RVA, and it's just $25 a month. Tell them about it, Joanne.
Yes. And a couple of the topics that we will be talking about, discussing and reviewing and going through are starting a business the right way, because we do want to start off the right way. We're also going to talk about a business model canvas and how your company creates value for its customers. Also goal setting, which is very important. Finances, even developing your pitch, also social media distribution and content, and much, much more. So we are excited about seeing you there. So you can register today at WBCRVA.com.
So here's the thing. We're into a new year, and a lot of you are still in the midst. Most of you have broken every resolution you made, every promise that you made to yourself. And so here's my philosophy on that. So if you've heard me say before, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe in goals that have increments and reverse engineering them and having the steps to say, this is how I know I'm successful, and then rewarding yourself along the way. So I believe that we collectively don't break down our goals into bite-sized actions that we can take. We make these things that are so insurmountable that it's no wonder we never get it done. So like this past week, I started back with my trainer again, who I haven't seen since I did the half marathon, which was spring of last year. And so I just didn't want to see her anymore because she had prepared me for the half marathon and I was over it. And so when I went to see her, I was just like, oh, I want to lose 80 pounds. All right. That sounds insurmountable. And so, but from that conversation, we sat down, we broke it down. Like, this is what you should healthily, realistically expect to lose each week. This is how many times we're going to work out. This is what we made a plan. So I want to help you all have that same type of plan. Your own health issues are your own, but for the health of your business and for making sure that your brand is seen, heard, and felt. And I want you to have some simple, easy ways to make sure that people know that you're still out there doing the work and that they're seeing it no matter what. Right? So I have this small list of things I want to share with you all, and that should help you stand out a little bit more. So number one, it's actually not my favorite. And so it's a newsletter. But here's the thing about doing a newsletter. There should be an internal and an external newsletter. So if you have a team that you work with, then there should be a message from you, and you can determine about that frequency. I used to do newsletters every week, but that's not realistic for me. And so then I used to do them every month. And sometimes even that was hard. And so you have to figure out what's the frequency for you. Is it every other month? Is it every day? That's really a lot. Let's just tell you that now. Is it every month? Is it every quarter? Figure that out. And so you have to also know that people get sick of you. They do. And so we don't want to go so far that people are annoyed, but we want to go so far that people are in expectation of what you're going to say next. So make it worth their while to read it. And make sure that means you should be sharing something. So my standard formula that I always share with all of my clients is 80% information, education, motivation, and then 20% sales. So if all you're telling me is, once again, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. By the way, for real though, people, when it's time, make sure you do buy my book. All right. And so that gets annoying, as opposed to you're sharing resources, information, things that they care about. Or even if you're, depending on your population, you're sharing that cat video. I'm not that population. But so you're going to have the two split to your newsletter, something you send internal to let your team know their value, their worth, their contribution. And then externally to your clients and customers, or potential clients and customers, you're keeping yourself in front of them so that when they're ready to buy your widget, they remember you. All right. The second thing is one of my favorites. So here's the thing. I have been in this game for really, literally, I'm not quite at 3 decades yet. Not quite. But we're on our way. And it's funny to me that it's because of external things that some people recognize that I had been here all along. Like, a lot of times I've been the puppet master in the background, making other people, famous and rich. That was my job. And so it was different when I really decided to put myself out there to do more with Shirley E. Crawford's name on it. All right. And so one of the ways that a lot of people, there were 2 things that happened that I thought were hilarious. One, I forget who it was. There was a speaker who came to town, and everybody paid like good. I didn't go, but other people paid really good money to go hear the speaker. And so then afterwards, a few people went up to the speaker and they're like, how can I do this? And how can I do that? And basically he told them that for what they wanted, it was better for them to work for someone locally. And then he asked them, because of the conversation, well, didn't you say that you go to this church or whatever? So don't you know Shirley Crawford? And so after this was over, I got all these phone calls, people going, oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm like, I look at you every week. How did you not know? Now, there are 2 parts to that. So one is, I realized that I wasn't marketing myself very well to the people who I saw every day, because I assumed they knew how brilliant I was. They knew what I did. And so then I didn't think I had to market to them. So that fallacy was mine. The second part to that was, a lot of times we expect the people who are around us to be a client, to be a supporter, and they might not even know what you do, or they might take it for granted. So recognize that. Develop the conversation that attaches to that, to keep yourself in front of them. The other thing that happened that people were like, oh my God, Shirley, I didn't know. I was on a local news broadcast. At this point, I have been on a national news broadcast a few times. But at this point, I was on one of the local shows that's really, really well known across the state of Virginia. And I got all these phone calls from people who saw it. And I still thought to myself, but I am still the same person doing the same things. But for those of you we talk about being that subject matter expert, this is how it's established. All right. The fact that for Channel 12, they called me in and I did a panel about answering small business questions. The fact that for Channel 6, I did Virginia This Morning. The things that people see, whenever you can get yourself in front of them in the news, or in my case, like every time it's a magazine spread, people walk up to me going, I saw you in this magazine. Or I heard you I got a call the other day going, I heard your commercial on the radio. Or it's all these things that are happening. So if you're looking for external validation, which is something that most people require and need, because especially in a day of scams, people don't just take your word for it anymore. I am amazing. I told you before. Why didn't you know? But they're looking for external validation. So if you can get yourself into a magazine, into a news article, on the news itself, somewhere on television, radio, something, people accept that as validation. And for those who are going, I don't know how to get on the news, listen up, people. Got a few gems for you. 1, do a press release. The thing about news stations, be they television or radio, every day they have to find new content. So I'll tell you one of the first things I ever did that got me on television. And this is, 20 years ago. For Small Business Month, all right? So I'm looking at the calendar, the national calendar, and I'm looking to see what are the holidays, what are the events, what ties in. So in preparation for Small Business Month, I sent a press release out to the station saying, "Hi, I'm Shirley Crawford." At this point, I was actually working elsewhere. And so I do small business consulting. We would love to come in honor of Small Business Month and do ABC 1, 2, 3. I got a call the next day saying, "This sounds wonderful. Please come in." And so it's really just that easy. A press release you send to local stations, national stations, and if you don't have a list, you can buy a list, or you can go to PR Log, which is one of the ones that I use, PR Log and the press release, or one that I've told you all about before, but I probably haven't mentioned recently, is Haro, Help a Reporter Out. It's one of my favorites. And so what happens with Haro is that you go in, you register, you set up an account, and then magazines like Oprah Magazine and Mind Body, and there are tons of national magazines that are using it, some local. And so they will post when they're looking for a subject matter expert, a guest, stats, data, information, and then you pitch them. It's really simple, a little paragraph or two. They even show you the format. You send it out to them, and they'll respond back to you. And sometimes they will quote you. They will use your information. If it's a very in-depth article, they might reach out to you. But here's the thing. Sometimes they will use your information and never reach out to you, which is one of the reasons why I do Google Alerts, so that anytime my name is mentioned, I see it. Now, for those of you who are out there going, "Okay, I took this step, maybe I am getting out there," but if your audience doesn't know it, it didn't happen. So what that means is now go back to that newsletter and you post a link to the article, a link to that news clipping. You have to make sure that people know exactly what you're doing. And that takes me to part 3. So 1, we talked about the newsletter. 2, we talked about getting you into the news one way or the other. And then 3, it's the social media aspect, which you all should know anyway. That's your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. If you Snapchat, if you TikTok, whatever you're using, make sure that you're getting yourself out there, you're sharing your information, and you're being seen. One more before we wrap up. The last one is so simple and so obvious. In your email, be sure to use your footer of your message. And so if you've won any awards, list them there. Make links to your social media, links to your newsletter, links to your website. You're sending out emails every single day. Make sure people know all about the things that you're doing and that they can connect in. Okay. That's what we wanted to share for today. Really want to make sure you're using these tips and tricks to help your business stand out above the rest of the noise and keep yourself, your logo, your image, your business in front of people in a non-annoying way so that they will always remember you when it's time for your business, your product, your service. They remember you. Okay. All right. So as we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. 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 Thanks for tuning in to WorkHARDaholics. Support our show by following on YouTube and all major social media platforms at WorkHARDaholic. Until next week, happy entrepreneuring.